Hi, Matthew and Mommy's World. How are you? Matthew and Mommy's World says, good, see you on. So I click right away. You're so sweet and beautiful. And thank you. Sebastian says, hola, hola, Sebastian. Miso, subscribe. Does that mean you subscribed? If so, thank you. Even if you didn't, thank you for being here. What did you do today, Matthew and Mommy's World? Anything special? Nothing special, same old, same old. That's the life of a mom, isn't it? Hi, Danny. Welcome. Danny says, hi, Matthew and Mommy's World. Matthew and Mommy's World says, yes, that's the life of a mom. Matthew and Mommy's World says, thinking to make coffee. Haha. It's just so funny you say that. I just made my cup of coffee. Were you reading me? Are we in the same wavelength? Jack in the driver's seat yelling, let's go. Cat's got his shades on, riding with the flow. Road signs flashing, we're on the track to Charlotte where the party's at. It's a fact. We rolling, cruising down the road. To Monty's house where the good vibes explode. Turn the music up, let's Danny is saying hello to Sebastian. Oh, okay. He moved. Snacks in the backseat, beats on repeat. Jack's tapping the wheel like he owns the street. Cat's got a playlist ready to blast. This road trip vibe, it's built to last. We rollin', cruising down the road to Auntie's house where the good vibes explode. Matthew and Mommy's World is saying hello, Sebastian. Sending some love. Jack and Cat rolling in like a dream. Charlotte's got the magic if you know what I mean. We rollin', cruising down the road to Auntie's house where the good vibes explode. Turn the music up, let the speakers ignite. Charlotte's calling, it's a party tonight. Hi, Frenchie. Frenchie says, oh, Jack, LOL. Yep, that's my boy. In all his glory. Jack and Cat rolling in like a dream. Charlotte's got the magic if you know what I mean. We rollin', cruising down the road to Auntie's house where the good vibes explode. Oh, Josh, I'm so sorry Nightbot did that to you. I can't get it to do anything else. The amazing, energetic, and awesome Joshua has entered the room and Nightbot has blocked all that wonderful emotions that Joshua was trying to share. Jack in the driver's seat yelling, let's go. Cat's got his shades on, riding with the flow. Road signs flashing, we're on the track. Frenchie says Matthew and Mommy. Wait, says hello. Matthew and Mommy's World says Nightbot is so strict. For sure. Well, here. Gosh. Danny says, hey, Nightbot, the amazing, energetic, and awesome Joshua is a nice person. Matthew, Mommy's World says, right, Danny? Joshua, I hope you didn't leave. I'm so sorry. Debbie's sorry too. She might drink some more over it. Matthew or Mommy's World, do you have any pets? Nightmare, hi. Nightmare says, hey, Cat&Jack. Welcome, Nightmare. How are you? Matthew, Mommy's World says, no, I don't have any pets. Matthew keeps me busy as it is. Nightmare says, I'm good, thanks. What have you gotten up to lately, Nightmare? Matthew and Mommy's World says, I want to get one, but my husband said no, we wait. When our boy that gets over here, gets older here, he said no, we need to wait. Sometimes waiting is a good idea. Nightmare says nothing much. We had more great weather here today. Woohoo! That's awesome. We had beautiful weather, but very cold. Oh, Matthew and Mommy's World says, yeah, my son is still in the Philippines schooling. Got you. Matthew and Mommy's World says, hi, Nightmare.
Drip, drip, drip. The roof plays a tune. We'll turn the gray skies into something that blooms. Jack sparking up a storm, cat spinning like a typhoon. We're wild in the house, can't stop this monsoon. Then the doorbell rings and the squad comes strong. Chatting about life as the clouds roll on. Jack's still big.
We should time out Nightbot. Danny says, Cat&Jack, I can't have a pet because I'm allergic to dogs and cats. That stinks, Danny. What about a fish or a turtle? You know what's really kind of easy, surprisingly easy, and really fun is pufferfish. The hardest thing about pufferfish is getting the water just right. It's brackish. But I'm a total amateur and I was able to do it. So fun. I almost want more, but I want to be able to travel. Joshua, yay, good. We fixed it. Welcome. Yay. How are you, Joshua? Thanks for fixing it. I never left good. I was worried. It's been on my mind. This is a new name for you, Josh, right? Where you just separated the O from the J. just always use this as an entrance to my channel. Josh says, I'm good, thanks. Matthew and Mommy's World says, hello, the amazing. Hey, Josh, can I ask you a question? I'm going to ask anyways. Hi, Jack. Jack's like, oh, she's talking to herself again. Jack, Mom's okay, I promise. He's like, she's going through her midlife crisis, talking to herself. Okay, so my question is, are you using Restream for your lives overnight? Well, sometimes I see them in the morning too. But I mean for your, your loop video. Oh, I oughta. Hi, honey, how are you? Oh, Jack. Hi, Cat&Jack. Matthew and Mommy's World says that's screencast. I know Screencast does it too, but Restream, I think Runner Boy said he was using Restream. And he loops, and he says he's not paying for it. I'm just having a hard time finding a way to not pay for it. Are you using Screencast, Matthew and Mommy's World? Restream is for loop videos that are done a second time. I don't need Restream because it allows you to play the same video again. What allows you to play the same video again? Is it YouTube? Matthew, Mommy's World says, oh, I see. Danny says, hi, Iota. Matthew, Mommy's World says, yes, sometimes, but I like to talk on my live. Listen, I would like to have something running while I'm sleeping. Have something working for me while I have to do very little. What is that called? Passive income? If it ever comes to income for me. YouTube does not permit you to reuse even your own content, but if you use Restream, you can use the same video the next day, etc. Right. Okay. Matthew and Mommy's World says, Iota, I subbed. She'll appreciate that, Matthew and Mommy's World. She'll get back to you too. Iota puts out some quality videos. She really loves photography and it kind of shows. Well, it definitely shows. Matthew Mommy's World says, Josh got subbed. Right, okay, so Restream allows you to reuse the same content. But where the heck are we looping from? Where does the looping come into play? Matthew and Mommy's World, have you ever seen Josh's videos? He's so fun and funny. Wild. That fire stuff scared me. I was like, don't do it. The loop comes from Google Photos. I gotta get a pen. Loop, Google Photos. If you play a video in Google Photos, you can replay over and over again. Number one, open YouTube. Okay. You should make a video about this because I search and search and search and I get a bunch of crap results, Josh. Okay, tab 2. Tap / click go live. Number 3, if you edit live, you can scroll down to the tab that says screencast. Scroll down. Tab screencast. Tap screencast. Start live. 6, go to Google Photos. A poor man's Jim says, hey Cat, hi Dan, how are you? Click tap on the video you want to play. Danny says, hi, a poor man's Jim. Poor man's Jim says, hey Danny, Joshua. Matthew Mommy's World says, hi, a poor man. Dan says, I'm doing good, taking it easy. Were you cutting down a tree today? You should be taking it easy. Josh says, number 8. Go live button. Click that. Debbie drinking vodka again. Yes. That's her preferred drink. Danny says, Matthew and Mommy's World, did you see Joshua's video? Poor man's Jim says, big surprise. 9, optional. You can tap on your channel icon and tap the camera option to disable camera while in screencast mode. Tap channel icon. Camera option to disable. Excuse me, hang on. I heard that echoing in the guitar. Okay, on screencast mode. Iota says Debbie might need an intervention. We just leave Debbie alone. Poor man's Jim said, did you give her boobs? No. Bumblebee T gave her boobs. Poor man's Jim says she can stop anytime she wants. That's right, she just doesn't want to. Iota says, oh, laughing Mike, you know what off at poor man's Jim. Iota, that is Dan. Dan, this is Iota. Danny says, bless you, Cat and Jack. Thank you so much. Thank you, Iota. A poor man's Jim says, hey, yeah. Iota says, did you hear if you sneeze 3 times, then you're a leprechaun's wife? I've never heard that. Where did you hear that from? That's so funny. Are you making this up? Iota says, hi, Dan. The Leprechaun movie series. Okay, well, haven't seen it, haven't heard of it, but cool. I like that. I'll probably use it if I ever get a chance. Iota says, I must be real. I saw it on TV. Well, must be true. My mom told me. Danny says, it's amazing puppy mommy is not here yet. Matthew Mommy's World says, always laying sleeping when I see that dog. That's what he does. That's what he does best. Always behave, mostly. He's not supposed to be such a lazy dog, but I think he matches his owner. Joshua says little Debbie is grown up. This is Big Deborah. When she's drinking, that's Big Deborah. Joshua, thank you so much for all that information. She's drinking vodka. I had a couple bottles for my tinctures and she stole one. Iota says, my mom tells me a lot of things, some true, some, well, we just create our own little world language, don't we? Mm-hmm. Yes, we do. Poor man's Jim says, my dog's crazy. He likes chasing cars now, so I gotta watch him close. Oh my gosh, that's so scary, Dan. Oh, and as a driver, I really, really hate that because it scares me to death. I don't want to hit a dog. Joshua says, I didn't see Bumblebee T come in. It's a person. T from the UK, Iota. Hi, T. I didn't see you come in, but hello. Danny says hello. Joshua says hello. Iota thought it was a T because she's really into bees and she likes tea. Poor man's Jim says he gets loose sometimes. He's fast. Yeah, I feel for you. That's rough. I fenced in yard, man. That's all I can say for me anyways. It's one of my biggest fears. T says, hi, Iota. Joshua says, you're welcome for the information, Kat, and I hope the way I gave you the information was understandable when you try it. That's exactly what I'm thinking. I'm just going to have to go through the steps and I'll figure it out eventually. I really, and you really ought to make a video. I'm serious. Like, I've been Googling that and YouTubing as information and couldn't find anything relevant. T is correcting. T, not T. Yes. Dan says he's about dug a tunnel out of his kennel. I gotta fill it in. Oh my goodness. What kind of dog is that, Dan? Iota says, haha, oops. You didn't know. Matthew Mummy's World says, hello, Bumblebee T. Iota says, hello then. Joshua says, okay. I will make a video soon. Not tonight, though. That's fine. I know you got to get up early. You working tomorrow? I mean, you don't have to. And all those instructional videos, they get so many views and they're like over time. They just keep building. Dan says he's half healer and his dad was hanging tree. Okay, you're going to have to explain, Dan. What is hanging tree? Joshua says, yes, I work tomorrow. Whew. Poor man's Jim says he spends hours trying to escape. It's kind of funny. Danny's asking, no streamcast tonight, Joshua? He's dreaming, his foot's twitching. Hanging tree is a breed of cattle dog. Wow. Never heard of it. That's so interesting. Speaking of hanging tree, Jack used to try to pull branches down from the tree, and one day he was holding on so tight that he was just hanging from a tree, and the neighbor came over so concerned. This is Tony Iota. He came over so worried he thought that Jack was actually really hanging. Poor guy. The amazing energetic Joshua says, Danny, yes, at 10 p.m. I will do streamcast. You're getting close, aren't you, Josh? What is your date? To get your monetization turned back on? Iota, if you're not subscribed to the amazing energetic Joshua, you should be. Because he's just fun. April 21st, I can apply. Okay, we're going to just keep thinking good things, positive thoughts. Put out there what we want to happen for you, Josh. It almost... That's my laptop. Cat&Jack, have you met Madface? Sometimes he goes to Yogi's live stream. I have heard the name. I remember seeing his profile photo. Tell me about Madface. I get confused. Sometimes I think Madface is somebody else. It's an alternate name. Is that true or no? Look at that. Every time I go live, I lose subscribers. I should stop looking. I just think it's funny. Mad Face has a mean dog. He's aggressive. Is that why he has a mad face? Yes, Danny says yes. A poor man's Jim says, hard to believe, Danny, LOL. Is there something I don't know about this whole mad face situation besides he has an aggressive dog and that's why he has a mad face? I feel like I'm missing a piece of information. Bumblebee T, are you still around? Josh says true. T, if you're still around, Poor Man's Jim was asking about Debbie's new additions. True, mad face. Are you mad face, Joshua? T, did you hear what I said, T? Poor Man's Jim says, just making an assumption. What T says, what's Debbie's additions? What you made me do to her? Josh says, yes, Cat&Jack. Haha. Okay, it is you. See, I knew I was missing out on something. And I almost kind of knew that. Danny's laughing. Stitch Love says, hi. Hi, Stitch Love, whose birthday is in 2 days, but not really 2 days because today's almost over. Thursday is Stitch's birthday. Stitch will be 12. Oh, boobies out of the socks. Yes. That was all you. Danny says, hi, Stitch Love. T says, hi, Stitch. Matthew Mommy's World says, Stitch, I've subbed to you. Stitch is so cute, and I love her blue glasses, just like Stitch, the same color. Saturday is Puppy Mommy's birthday. So is Puppy Mommy's birthday on the 12th? For some reason, I thought her birthday was the same as Stitch's. He says, poor man, I felt she needed some definition to show she's female. But she really wants to be a man. If you haven't gotten the picture there. Matthew Mommy's World says, Bumblebee T, I subbed. You should check out T's musical instrument. I want to say it's a tongue drum. She has a couple videos of her on there playing it. He says, Danny, I thought hers was in May. Oh no, it's definitely in April. It's definitely coming up. Bumblebee T says, Matthew and Mommy's World, thank you. Stitch says, I'm dyeing my hair. Are you dyeing it blue, Stitch? A poor man's Jim says, ha, she looks good. Official Little Debbie. Big Deborah. She's drinking. T says, Cat, well done for getting it right. Josh says, wait. T says, Cat, did she keep quiet about it? I'm confused why I didn't know. Do you know Toy Pups to be quiet about anything but her name? Oh, here's your song. Stitch, is your birthday at the same as Puppy Mommy's, or is it first? Before hers? Joshua says, I remember now. Clarify, please. I do remember her saying that now. Was it Saturday or was it the 10th? He says, I know 100% I didn't know, or I would have sent her something. Yeah, they were just talking about it again today. Just all the April birthdays. It's a lot of April birthdays. I do remember her saying that now about her birthday. Bumblebee T says, Joshua, she's only said recently, correct? Weird how me and you felt it was May. Yes, it is, T. Well, you know, somebody said to me earlier today that I live in my own little world, so my information could be incorrect. T says mine's April 26th. Coming up. Yeah, T, you were just missing today. They were talking about all the birthdays, and you were mentioned also. Old fart alert for the 26th. I just want y'all to stop. You and Yogi to stop. Stop calling yourselves old. Just making derogatory comments about your ages because, hello, I'm not far behind y'all. Frenchie says the 14th here. Wow, see? 14th for the Frenchie. Hi, Frenchie. How are you? T says, I feel old, especially days I'm stuck in bed. You know what? Sometimes my body feels a certain type of way, especially if I've been sitting too long. But in my mind, I still feel a lot younger. He says, at least you're fully mobile, Cat. Old people become less mobile. Well, you know what an old person told me? He said, good for you, girl. A rolling stone gathers no moss. And I am going to stick with that. I'm just going to keep moving and be grateful. Frenchie is retired and loving it. And says, hi, Bumbles. That's awesome. Thank you, Frenchie. He says, how was your time with your aunt? It was very nice. I enjoyed spending time with her. Jack scratched her arm, and thankfully her skin isn't like mine. It didn't rip open, but she had a huge, blood mark under her skin, and it was in the shape of a dog. She was so kind about it, but I felt really bad. And he wasn't being crazy. He was just trying to get her to pay more attention to him. Naughty Jack, I know. No, I'm mortified, actually. I told her she's going to walk around with marks on her, and she's going to say, yeah, my niece was here last weekend, and they're going to think we beat her up. Beat her up and then made her make us chocolate chip pancakes for breakfast. Frenchie says, it truly is great. Just have to keep moving each day, and it can't catch up. That's what I've been told, Frenchie. T says, did you ask your aunt about moving in with you? No. But you know what? That morning I was doing that live, I forgot she had a camera right there. And she started listening to what I was saying while I was sitting there. And I was like, oh gosh, please don't let her hear what I was talking about her. Not that I was talking badly, but still. I did not. I just kept hinting, just like, I wish we lived closer. I wish we lived closer. I know Yogi's birthday is the 17th. Danny says. Or every day, if you ask people like me, Nightmare Jace, and anybody else who wants to join in. He says, Danny Yogi's is the 17th. Frenchie says, yes, a bunch of Aries, a bunch of Rams in here. Bunch of old goats. T says, Frenchie, I'm April, but I'm Taurus. Oh, except for T. She's a bull. I believe it. Matthew Mommy's World says, I'm also Taurus, Bumblebee T. Matthew Mommy's World is May 3rd. I'm writing down birthdays so I remember because I'm beginning to have friends. Frenchie says, are you late in the month, Bumble? She's the 26th, Frenchie. Frenchie says, okay.
Jack the big dog with his red coat shine. He's the leader of the pack, baby.
I said, not that one. Oh, not that one either. Danny says, "Where's Joshua?" Well, I think all you do is call his name and he shows up, so let's give him a minute. T says, "Matthew, I know someone else with Mayfair, but not online." Matthew in Mommy's World, do you give out your name? I was having a hard time saying that. Oh, so slow. Matthew Mommy's World says, "Aw, same birthday." See, Danny, I told you, the amazing, energetic Joshua says, "I'm here." Just silent. Plotting his takeover of the universe. Have y'all seen the videos of the kid he has these shorts and it's like day one of protecting, of walking people home or making sure people get home safe, and he's chasing these little kids through the streets. And he has day two of making sure kids get home, and it looks like he's chasing them like the kids are really scared. It's really funny. Josh says, "I will eat little Debbie later." What you do on your own time is your business. I don't need to know. Bumblebee T says, "Joshua, are you up to mischief?" The amazing, energetic Joshua says, "T, I am always up to mischief." Ha ha ha. He says, "Joshua, it's fun, ain't it?" Joshua says, "Yes." Oh, T. T says, "I'm having a hard evening." What's going on, T? Josh, Josh, that's amazing. You asked how she was, just as she told us. Oh, YT. See, we are all getting very, very in tune to each other. Pretty soon we won't even have chat. We'll be just reading each other's minds and sending messages to each other. Matthew in Mommy's World says, "T, I hope you will be okay." T says, "Just a disagreement with someone, and I'm confused when we talked it out." So do you feel like it's not settled now that after you talked it out, that there's still something there for you, T? T says, I'm not talking about chips, I'm talking about natural gifts. Bumblebee T says, "I ain't having no chip in my head cap." Me either, girl. Bumblebee T says, "I hope everyone is okay." T says, "Cat, yes." Joshua says, "T, perhaps they are being subliminally sarcastic, causing confusion, especially if they are masters at changing their tones." Yeah. You just never really know. And now, like when I was telling somebody about how I felt about a situation with my neighbor, nothing big, Just I had a perception of how she was acting. I took it, my perception was she was upset with me and acting out because of it. But I don't know that. That's just what I think. I don't know what she was really, or she, maybe she was being completely normal and I was just projecting something. So you just really, really never know. He says, thanks, Joshua. You made me chuckle because he can use his voice. I percepted things differently. Oh my gosh, it's Tuesday. Not that person, T. We didn't ask you how last night went. Are you telling us how last night went? Without telling us how last night went? Because in that case, you just never know with a man. I made up this whole story about my ex in my head before I knew him. It was totally way off base. It was just me wanting to project something onto him. Joshua says, you're welcome, T. I'm speaking from experience. People I know used to do that with me. T says, I feel like going for a wheel, not walk, to clear my head, but it's almost 3 a.m. Maybe you shouldn't. Not really safe, yeah. Josh says, oh, sorry. I hope the wheel helps you clear your head properly. Well, she's not going to go wheeling nowhere tonight, this morning. Yes, Josh says, if it's not safe, then stay in. Nature Doll Realm says, Cat&Jack with an exclamation mark. Chris, hi, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Bumblebee T says, Joshua not going, don't need more crap, for sure. Nature Dog Realm says, hello. What are you up to, Chris? Oh, T, I'm staying in this dumb room. Aw, T. T says, hey, Chris, was great to be in your live. Nature Dog says, hi, Joshua, Bumblebee, hello. T corrected live. Nature Dog says, just eating dinner. Oh my, are you on Pacific Standard Time, ma'am? Danny says, hi, Nature Dog Rounds. T says, Chris, what's for dinner? Nature Dog Rounds says, thank you, Bumblebee. With a heart. No, Mountain, I am eating late. I got you. It is late. But who's to say what's late? Nature Dog says spaghetti and garlic bread. Hey, Chris. I had garlic bread. There's Toy Pups. Danny was looking for you, Toy Pups. Hello. Nature Dog says, hi, Danny. Love our Toy Pup says, hi. Danny says, I think Nature Dog Realms is having chili or chill. But I'm going to guess chili. Spaghetti and chili. I used to always start off with the same base And then split half of it for spaghetti sauce and the other half for chili. Nature Dog Realm says, hi, love toy pups. Bumblebee T says, Chris, spaghetti and bologna. Nature Dog says, Danny knows I love, love, love chili. Toy Pup says, lots of love into the room. T says, hi, Toy Pups. A poor man's Jim says, having a burger for dinner sounds good. Amazing energetic Joshua says, puppy mommy. Nature Dog Realm says, yes. T says, Toy Pips. Why did you tell me your birthday was May? Let's clear this up right now. I just want to know, is your birthday on Saturday or Thursday? Do you share a birthday with Stitch? Nature Dog says, hi, poor man. And Nature Dog says, yummy. I haven't had burgers in forever, and ever since I went back to part-time, or full-time, I mean, I've been craving burgers. My muscles is growing. T says, Dan, burger sounds very good to me. Nightbot says, welcome to our channel. Leave a like for Jack. He earns extra pets this way. T says, but proper burgers, not plastic food. I agree. Nature Dog says, isn't Yogi's birthday soon? His birthday is on the 17th of April. He's the 17th. Frenchie is the 14th. T is the 26th. May 3rd is Matthew and Mommy's birthday. T says, Chris the 17th. Nature Dog says, yes, Bumblebee. Danny says, I had for dinner pizza. Yum. Pizza's always good. Even bad pizza's good. Matthew and Mommy's rolls. Heart, hearts, hearts. A poor man's Jim says, I'm ready to start grilling and smoking. I know you're speaking smoking meat. I just picture you sitting there smoking a cigarette after doing all those burpees. Oh man, I'm sorry. Nature Dog says, thank you guys. T says, Chris, when is yours? Yes, when is yours? Since I'm writing down birthdays. Matthew Mommy's Will says, I almost say me too. I'm smoking. Nature Dog Realm says, hi, Matthew. Matthew and Mommy's World. I'm trying to get her to tell me her name so I can call her name. Nature Dog Realms. Are those laughing emojis? I don't get YouTube emojis. Matthew and Mommy's World says, Nature, hello. I have to put this fan on. It's hot. December 21st. We got a ways to go for her. Chris. What? Cherry Rose, right? So Cherry Rose is your name, though. That's beautiful. Cat, the name is Mommy. Danny's April 14th. Thank you, Danny. I saw an idea for an art project to do for people. So I think that might be what I do with these birthdays. Sanglohan says, hello, welcome Sanglohan, how are you? T says, hi Sango. Nature Dog says, Danny, you are soon. Matthew Mummy's World says, yes, thank you, host. Just Cat. Sanglohan says, hi Bumblebee. Nature Dog Realm says, very pretty. Her name is very pretty, it is. Danny says, hi Sanglohan. Bumblebee T says, I need to get back into expressive art, but I have a block. You know what? Just do something. Just pull it out and do something you don't like. It'll start coming back to you. I hope that's what that's what happens with me. Nature Dog says, I wish YouTube would remind us with a notification of everybody's birthday so we can remember. I think we need to put in a request if they care, if they even care. I think so too. You're right. Oh, you know what? I don't think we have. Did you tell me? Yes, you did. May 3rd. Cherry Rose. Movie pieces, Chris. It be a privacy. That's not. They do it on other social media. T says, Chris, it'd be a privacy issue. Data protection. Matthew Mummy's World says yes. Right. Facebook shares birthdays. That's what I remember. I haven't been on Facebook in a few years, but that's what I remember too. I'm sure it's all voluntary too. Like you, from what I remember, you tell Facebook your birthday. Jack's dreaming. Play Pops, are you still around? She never answered you. She must have came in and just left. Is she going live? Is she live now? She might be. She's been live all the time. Nature Dog Realm says yes, Facebook does it. I don't know. I think YouTube's just now kind of starting to embrace the more of a what am I wanting to use? What words? Oh, never mind. Promoting community. Yeah. I think they changed the community tab, or they were trying to make it more like a Facebook type way to share. Stitch says, I have the dye in my hair. What color, Stitch? Speaking of birthdays, Stitch Love is getting close to her birthday. Her birthday is Thursday. And she is dyeing her hair purple. Amazing. Good luck. 2 more days, but not really 2 more days because today's almost over. How about 2 more sleeps? Nature Dog says, what color, Stitch? I thought for sure it was going to be blue, but blue is a really difficult process I've seen. Stitch says purple. Stitch says, I did blue 10 times already. Time to switch it up. Nature Dog says, do you love it, Stitch Love? Well, we hope she does. She's got it in her hair right now. He moved again. Stitch says, I don't know yet. I have to wait 30 minutes. Oh, so long. Nature Dog says, okay. Yep, you're going to have to do a video reveal, Stitch.
Jack and Cat in a beat up ride. Windows down, let the rhythm glide. Hitting the road with a funky vibe. Charlotte's calling, it's time to arrive. Cat's got the map, Jack's got the flow. Bass so loud, the speakers might blow. Clouds of dust as the tires roll slow. Auntie's waiting with a party to show.
Nature Dog's laughing. Stitch says, I will upload a video when I blow dry it. Awesome. Matthew Mommy's World says, Stitch Love got you sub. And now I'm going to call her Cherry Rose. Stitch, Matthew Mommy's World, the mommy part is Cherry Rose. Isn't that a beautiful name? Renee Vestern. Hi, Renee. Hello, everyone. What an adorable doggy. Thank you, Renee. What an adorable kitty cat you have. Is that an orange kitty cat? Stitch says, thank you. Yeah. Renee says, yes, he is orange and cross-eyed. I love orange cats, my red-headed friends. And cross-eyed, I would love it even more. What is his name, Renee? This is Matthew and Mommy's World. I just sucked back. T says, Cat, I'm off. Okay, T. Have a good night. Renee says, Sunny was very tiny when my husband brought him home. So cat's name is Sunny. How sweet. Matthew Mommy's World says, thank you so much, Stitch. T says, take care all. Bye, T. Matthew Mommy's World says, later, T. See you around. I made these songs when I was in Charlotte with my aunt, and she was dancing in her kitchen when I played her for him. This is funny. It's cute. Renee says, I have documented his whole life. Aww. Nature Dogs. Oh. Stitch says, Cat, I have a question. Go ahead, Stitch. Renee says, now he is a huge cat. Nature Dog says, nighty night, Bumblebee. Renee says, hello to everyone in chat. Give it up, Chris. We got the picture. Matthew Mommy's World says, hello, Renee. Nature Dog says, hi, Renee. Stitch Love says, why does Debbie have a vodka bottle? Renee says, hi, Matthew. Stitch, the answer is that's not little Debbie. That is Big Deborah, and she's in a mood. If she's got the bottle, you know, just leave her alone, and you know it's Big Deborah, not little Debbie. Oh, Renee, I was gonna go to channel. Renee's description of her channel says, hello and welcome to my channel. First and most important, I believe in God and that through God all things are possible. Jesus is the way. My name is Renee. I have a wonderful David and daughter and 5 cats. I am disabled, but I am thankful to be alive. I believe in the right to bear arms. I am a proud Republican, a patriot through and through. I live a quiet life out in the country. Most of all, God comes first. Please respect others on my channel. All are accepted. There will be no bad things on here. Treat someone the way you want to be treated. I hope everyone enjoys my videos because they come from my heart. Basically, my videos are a diary for my family to have if something should happen to me. My channel has a variety of subjects from God to cats to good cooking and other topics. Much love to all that visit and God bless. Thank you to everyone. Nice. I am a new subscriber, Renee. Stitch says, oh, okay. Renee says, hi, Nature Dog Grounds. Matthew Mummy's World says, I have to go now, sis. Cat and Jack, see you again. Cherry Rose, bye. Thank you and have a good night. I always love seeing you. Renee says, thank you. No, thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for finding us and sharing your beautiful cat. So that's just one of your cats. You said you have 5 cats. That's a lot of content. Renee says all are good memories.
Jack and Cat rolling in like a dream. Charlotte's got the magic if you know what I mean. We rolling, cruising down the road. To Monty's house where the good vibes explode. Music up, let the speakers ignite. Charlotte's calling.
You know, the most talking I do all day is on these online chats. And my mouth will be tired by the time I go to bed.
Jack in the driver's seat yelling, let's go. Cat's got her shades on, riding with the flow. Road signs flashing, we're on the track. To Charlotte, where the party's at, it's a fact. We rolling, cruising down the road. To Auntie's house, where the good vibes explode. Turn the music up, let the speakers ignite. Charlotte's calling, it's a party tonight. Snacks in the backseat, beats on repeat. Jack's tapping the wheel like he owns the street. Cat's got a playlist ready to blast. This road trip vibe is built to last. We rolling, cruising down the road. We rolling, cruising down the road. To Auntie's house where the good vibes explode. Turn the music up, let the speakers ignite. Charlotte's calling, it's a party tonight. Sonny's got the snacks, lights strung real bright. She's the queen of the scene, her party's alright. Jack and Cat rolling in like a dream. Charlotte's got the magic if you know what I mean. We're rolling, cruising down the road. To Auntie's house where the good vibes explode. Turn the music up, let the speakers ignite. Charlotte's calling, it's a party tonight.
See, Love Our Toy Pups is live.
And you can be out and about enjoying time with your friends. Hello, I feel like out and about enjoying time with my friends.
There's all my friends. Renee says, well, I am going to go to bed. God bless. And the doggy is precious. Good night, Cat. Good night, Renee. Thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate you so much.
Jack a big red dog just chilling by the door. Cats on the couch knocking toys to the floor. Rain tapping windows like a beat we can't ignore. Stuck inside the day, but we've been here before.
I don't know why they did that.
Jack's wagging his tail
There we go. Nightbot is no longer a managing moderator. Suffer. Ignore Nightbot.
Drip, drip, the roof plays a tune. We'll turn the gray skies into something that blooms. Jack sparking up a storm, cat spinning like a typhoon. We're wild in the house, can't stop this monsoon. Then the doorbell rings and the squad comes strong. Chatting about life as the clouds roll on. Jack's still big, cat's still wrong. But make no mistake, they've been tight all along. Rainy day vibes, but we're feeling alright. Jack and Cat kicking back till the skies turn bright. Friends come through the shadow, you too fly. Hit that light for the crew, keep the vibes uptight. Drip, 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 drip. The roof plays a tune. We'll turn the gray skies into something that blooms. Jack's barking up a storm, cat spinning like a typhoon. We're wild in the house, can't stop this monsoon. Then the doorbell rings and the squad comes strong. Chatting about life as the clouds roll on. Jack's still big, cat's still wrong. But make no mistake, they've been tight all along. Check the big red dog just chilling by the door. Cats on the couch knocking toys to the floor. Rain's tapping windows like a beat we can't ignore. Stuck inside the day, but we've been here before. Rainy day vibes, but we're feeling alright. Jack and Cat.
Stitch's birthday is next, so I'll do one for Stitch. Hi, Bubba. I'm sorry. Did I wake you up? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Bubba. Hi, Deb. It's a little love, Bubba.
Drip, 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 the roof plays a tune. We'll turn the gray skies into something that blooms. Jack's barking up a storm, cat spinning like a typhoon. We're wild in the house, can't stop.
I came over here for something. I forgot what.
Doorbell rings and the squad comes strong. Chatting about life as the clouds roll on. Jack's still big, cat's still wrong. But make no mistake, they've been tight all along.
Iota, are you around?
Rainy day vibes, but we're feeling alright. Jack and Cat kicking back till the skies turn bright. Friends come through and chat on their YouTube flight. Hit that light for the crew, keep the vibes uptight. Drip, 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 the roof plays a tune. We'll turn the gray skies into something that blooms. Jack's barking up a storm, cat spinning like a typhoon. We're wild in the house, can't stop this monsoon. And the doorbell rings and the squad comes strong. Chatting about life as the clouds roll on. Jack's still big, cat's still wrong. But make no mistake, they've been tight all along. Then the doorbell rings and the squad comes strong. Chatting about life as the clouds roll on. Jack's still big, cat's still wrong. But make no mistake, they've been tight all along. Drew,
Oh, yeah. That's what I was looking for. What did I do with those index cards I found today? I was going to make a present for Stitch. But I've got to find index cards. You know what index cards are? I do. Alright, here we go. Oh, don't need to go there. Here we go. And tape. Danny says, hi, Renee Bester. Renee had to go, but thanks for saying hi to her, Danny. Do you know Toy Pops is live? No, I appreciate you, since I'm the only one here. Just talking to myself. It's all right, cleaning my room. I'm making a birthday present for Stitch. Just a little art project, nothing big. It's gonna be dangerous and put a cup of water on my desk here. I always spill stuff. Hi, Jackie. Are you awake, brother? This is A Course in Miracles for Debbie because she needs it. Here, sweetheart. I need tape now. Oh, Danny, I didn't see that Cat&Jack. Have you? Oh, that's old. Never mind. I shouldn't pay attention to that camera.
Together they flip every script, that's the show. Jack and Cat making their way. Let's go. Dodging the haters and ready.
Ask a ball question.
Big red balls in until that flows. Cat sharp as an arrow.
How's it smell, Jack?
Wherever life goes. Now Jack's hitting high notes, Cat's got the bar, and moving through the world, bigger than the stars. From the park to the streams, they got that vibe. Jack and Cat, unstoppable tribe. Red shine like fire in the night. Cat and Jack causing all the hype. Sweet Stitch lifestyle, stitches all tight. The Lulu Michael dreaming in the limelight.
Hi, Dan. How are you? What have you been up to? I haven't seen you in forever, it feels like.
Sue got lost in the neon maze. Province lens caught cinematic haze. Cat said no worries, Jack lit the
Thinking about doing a 24-hour marathon. 24 hours talking to myself. Or Jack. Or Big Deb. That'll be my defense when they take me away. I wasn't talking to myself. I was talking to my dog. Or I was talking to my girlfriend. So how's things with you? I don't know if I have a roll of tape, and I really, really need a roll of tape. Oh, and what's your next challenge? I'm excited to hear. I was on your premiere of The Bridge, but I was in bed. And I might have fallen asleep. But I did watch it the next day. Okay, so it's not just me being gone from nights, it's you too. We've been two ships passing in the night. Hammock Mountain says, I've been missing for a bit due to his death, but I'm ready to get back into the swing of things. I'm sorry for your loss, Dan, and I'm glad to see you back. You've been missed. Frenchie says, Jack looks so comfy. Jack looks crazy. Frenchie says, I'm sorry, Hammock. How's Toy Pups doing over there, Frenchie? When everybody disappears, I go peek and I see, yeah, she's there, and there's all my friends. Hammock Mountain says thank you. And hi, Frenchie. I need tape. I'm trying to do a project, an art project, and I need tape. I just saw somebody else doing it, and I want to try it. Dang it. Oh, maybe I can use these dots instead. Oh, am I bothering you, Jack? I think I woke him up. Frenchie says she's dealing with one of her subs with a loss. Well, she's good at that. She's an asset to YouTube. Okay, Hammock Mountain says my next challenge is a haiku camp. Please explain. Did you wink at me, puppy? Did you wink at your mama? What is it, puppy? Huh? He's so untrusting. Aw, sweet boy. Find me some tape, would you? Tapey tape, where are you? I need. Ooh, that's an up close mirror. Oh my gosh, that's so interesting, Hammock. Hammock Mountain says, I do a stealth camp and then write a haiku which sums up my experience. How neat is that? I really dig that. Frenchie says, cool, Hammock. Frenchie, do you know Hammock Mountain or Dan? And have you seen what he does? And even if you do, can we talk about stealth camping under a bridge? The tallest bridge, one of the tallest bridges in the U.S. Is that it, Dan? It's not just camp, it's a stealth camp overnight. Wild. I hope I'm as adventurous as you when I can get the time. Hammock Mountain. I wonder if I can use this tape. Big plans. Aw. Aw. Listen, I was just thinking about her, and look what I just found. A picture of my Nana and Papa. I guess I was meant to find it. I might cry. But there's people around, so I can't cry about it. But wow. Hi, Nana. Okay, there it is. The third tallest. Really cool. Still really, really cool. Have you ever written a haiku before, Dan? I'll write in my journal now. You have written a few. Wow, you continue to impress, Hammock Mountain. You have any friends, any single friends just like you? Okay, so I'm going to be writing a short gratitude list. Because my Nana has definitely been around, and I just want to acknowledge that. So Dan, how do you feel about family members coming back as your guides? What are your thoughts on things like that? You're a pretty open guy. I'd like to hear what you think. You seem to be. My perception of you. I had to keep correcting myself. I was just talking about this earlier, that you can make up this whole story about somebody you don't know. Somebody said to me, I like your grandma sheets. I just thought they were really pretty. Oh my goodness. Sometimes life is cruel. Hammock Mountain says, I've never really thought about it. Me either. Until recently. I've never been really open to stuff like that until recently. I was a very by the book kind of fundamentalist Christian. What will my mama say? She could see me now. Oh, she can see me now. I think she's rooting me on. Well, now that I brought it up to you, you think about it and get back to me. You spend a lot of time on your own with time to just think about things. Hammock Mountain, did I tell you? I didn't. You weren't around. But I went to see my auntie this weekend, and I made her a song about me and Jack going to see auntie in Charlotte, and she was dancing in her kitchen. She can still get down. You should see my auntie. And it says, that's cool. Have you thought about where you're going to do your stealth camp at? Hammock Mountain says I have a subscriber who has a playlist of my songs. That is very cool. Very, very cool. I've been looking at a drain pipe for a camp. That's cool. I'd be interested to see how you would set up your hammock. Or, yeah, set up your hammock. You know what? I almost wonder if I've had a stroke because for the past 2 days, I've had some real troubles reaching for words like never before. You're just going to use a sleeping bag? I can see that. Sometimes I see some of them and I'm like, oh, a homeless person could sleep in there unless it was really raining, like flooding raining. That would be cool. Maybe a little spooky. Hey, what's the spookiest place you ever... Spookiest place you ever camped? Stealth camped or camped, just regular camp. This drain pipe is at a hardware store. You did a stealth camp at the airport, didn't you? I wondered how you did that. I was like, how did he get in? Do you have a plane? Are you holding out on me? You probably have a helicopter. No plane. How about a friend with a plane? You had a code. I did a car camp at, oh, it was Tri-Cities. Yeah. I remember you were like all the way down at the end. I didn't know that was Tri-Cities though. How the heck did you get in there? I don't need to know, but I don't want you to incriminate yourself. Do you ever think about that? Like, I know it's no big deal and it's not like you're really doing anything, but do you ever worry about that? I'm a worrier. I'd worry sometimes. I applaud you for doing fun things. Okay, back to my project here. Obsessing about Hammock Mountain's wild ways. Hoping this tape isn't too sticky. We're gonna do a diagonal. She loves Stitch because her name is Stitch. Woo. I don't know if this is gonna work. Oh, spookiest. Was the spookiest the Tri-Cities Airport? Or no spooky, anything happened to you? Hammock Mountain says, here's a haiku for you. Hammock sways unseen, forest breathes a quiet song. Night wraps me in peace. That's beautiful. That's really cool. Hammock sways unseen, forest breathes a quiet song. Night wraps me in peace. So nice. I love that. You're good. So talented. I'm glad I know you, Dan. The spookiest camp didn't get filmed. I did almost have a bear in my hammock, though. Oh, that would be spooky to me any day. So was the bear in your hammock on video? Please say yes. Hi, Toy Pups. Thank you. I saw your streaming live, so I really appreciate you stopping in. Really, really appreciate you. I love you. Hammock Mountain says, hey, Toy Pups. Toy Pups is a queen. You know that? She likes blue. I almost feel like I need another light in here. Stitch blue is what we need. It wasn't on video, but I do have pics of the bear tracks. Oh, oh my gosh, so scary. You should tell that story on a video. Listen, I'm always telling people what they should do. I'm so bossy. I'm just saying I'd really enjoy to hear that story. So I had to get a visual on Stitch. Rosie Ocean, hi Rosie, how are you? Like number 20, thank you so much. Did Toy Pop send you? Hammock Mountain says, I've thought about it. Yeah, I would really, really enjoy hearing about that. Toy Pop says, thank you, Rosie. I see you. Hammock Mountain says, hi, Rosie. Rosie Ocean says, you're welcome, Pops. Rosie says, hi, how are you? Rosie says, yes, she did. She's very awesome. She is. And very sweet. And I feel very honored to know her. Hammock Mountain says, do you have a Big Deborah hoodie? You know what? But I should. Oh, one day when I have merchandise, that's going to be something. Oh my gosh, Hammock Mountain. I'm going to have Big Deborah with a bottle right in front of her. Do you hear that, Toy Pups? That's going to be my new merch. I'm going to have to send Hammock Mountain a percentage just for the idea. I love that. I'm going to make one for myself. That's awesome. It's going to be my inside joke. Toy Pups says, hi, Cat. You're on my live. Thanks, Toy Pups. Hi, honey. Hi, friends. Hi, friends out there. Rosie says, hi, Hammock. Rosie says, let your dreams become reality. Right? Excuse me. It's the first time I've coughed. Toy Pups is sending all this love. Thank you, Toy Pups. Oh, Hammock Mountain. Big Deborah hoodie with bottle. Rosie says, oh, I love dogs. How old is your dog? He's 4. He'll be 4 in July. I think his birthday is like July 7th. You know, when I got him, he has a bunch of paperwork, but I don't know where that paperwork went. It's somewhere in this house. He's really red. Hey, Jack. Hey, Jack, I'm talking to you. Say hi. Say hello. Rosie says you're cute. That's what keeps him out of trouble. He's purty. I like purty things. Thanks, Rosie. And thanks, Toy Pops. He's so fluffy. Rosie says you're welcome. I love that. Planning big. Rosie says I have 2 cats, but I love dogs. I miss having cats, Rosie. But I do not miss litter boxes. Do you not have any dogs because of the cats, Rosie? Rosie says, me too. Yeah, I've done it before. I really don't want to do it anymore. But you know, if a cat showed up at my doorstep and wanted to come in and hang out and then go out the doggy door to do his thing, I'd be okay with that. Especially if he was an orange tabby. Because we're really into redheads around here, if you can't tell. Okay, Stitch. I forgot I was trying to paint an interpretation of Stitch. Turn this way so I can see it. Thank you, Toy Pops. Isn't he cute? Rosie says, yeah, but my friend has a dog. Well, that's nice. You still get to be around dogs. Night Mountain says, okay, I'm back. Well, welcome back. Did you have to go write down your haiku? Just in case you couldn't think of a new one? Rosie says, I'm going to post you on my channel. Oh, thank you. Hammock Mountain, what kind of pets do you have? Rosie says, you're welcome. Oh, there's swinging on hammocks. Speaking of Hammock Mountain, there's the song. Just the Havenies that I have in some of my videos. Aw, I must have missed those. I'll have to go back and look. Rosie says, just posted it. You're amazing. If that's true, I'm just a reflection of you, Rosie. Thank you. Thank you. which was sweet. You know, sometimes when you have a cranky day and then you just encounter so many wonderful people, makes everything all better. Rosie says, so how's your day going? Oh my gosh, did you hear me? But sometimes when you have can I say crappy day? It's just a different kind of day. It wasn't the greatest day. Coming on here and meeting wonderful people just makes everything go away. Makes all that not such a great day go away. Rosie says, glad I am here to support you. Me too. I've seen you around, Rosie. You used to go to Amanda's lives. Am I right about that? I kind of remember her asking if you wanted to hold down the fort while she cooked dinner. Something like that. Yes. And Yogi. Yeah. Well, I guess I just, that goes without saying because I only know of Amanda through Yogi. That's just my mind. Oh, I don't know how I'm doing this. I know Yogi wasn't okay today on his live. He was sad. I know, Rosie. I feel like he's been talking about this for a while, though. For the past month, he's been kind of hinting at this. So, but yeah, he feels like he's very broken. Just want to give him a big old hug. Not that it's going to make anything better, but maybe it made me feel better for him. Such a kind individual. Rosie says, yeah, I felt bad. I think we all do. I know, Rosie. Lately, mine's been repeating words. Like if I said, I was watching your live today, it'll say, I was watching your live today. And I'm like, stop that. Or adding an extra last letter. It's just so weird. But I have an Apple phone, and I think sometimes when it has a new update, it's a little screwy for a while until they fix the bugs. It says, yeah, it's annoying for sure. Okay, so I'm just going to do this in stitch colors. It's not actually going to be stitch because I'm not prepared for all this. This is just practice anyways. That's what I'm going to tell myself. These cute little ears. What color? Hammock Mountain says mine adds 3 extra letters sometimes. Yeah. Crazy. You know what? You know when it happens to me, and sometimes I'll do text to speech if I'm driving. Oh my gosh, that's a disaster. Rosie, have you met Hammock Mountain before? Hammock Mountain does stealth camping in a hammock. It's really, really cool. You wouldn't think it until you started watching. And then you're like, oh, this is really, really cool. Rosie, let me go over here. I'm being lazy. I'm painting. But let me add you as a mod so you can look up Hammock Mountain. There you go, sister. Rosie says I'll sub now. Hammock Mountain's so brave. Hammock Mountain says I always sub back. Sometimes I feel like if I'll go onto a channel and everybody wants to trade subs, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll gain all these numbers, and then within a day or two, I lose them all. Rosie says, just subscribed, Hammock. Rosie says, thank you for my. Of course, sometimes it takes me a minute to pay attention. Toy Pops would have been like, automatically. Or she would have reminded me too. Hammock Mountain says, thanks, Rosie. Rosie says, you're welcome. So, Rosie, where are you at? Are you in the U.S.? Was Selma over there in Toy Pops' live? I'm just wondering. I haven't seen her at Yogi's in a long time. Hammock Mountain says, subbed you back, Rosie. Yeah, okay, good. You get so used to seeing her with Yogi. I love her laugh. Love it when she does the fart machine and she bursts out laughing. That just makes me so happy. Rosie said no. Toy Pup said she was with her boyfriend. Rosie says, thank you, Hammock. That didn't go quite how I wanted it to. Rosie says the fart is the best. I start smiling, LOL, when I see she has the best. Yeah, best giggle. Ugh, so good. Selma is such a sweetheart. Gavin's PlayStation channel says, hello, you okay today? I'm very good today, Gavin's PlayStation channel. How are you? Rosie says, hi, Gavins. Do you know Gavins, Rosie? Rosie says, I really want to pet your dog. He looks so sweet. He is very sweet. I was overwhelmed today for a little while, and when I got done doing what I had to do, I just curled up on the bed with Jack. And he's perfect because he can be really, really tiny when he curls up, or he can be really, really big. Rosie says, no, I don't. I just say hi to everyone that joins. That's very nice of you. He just had the type of screen name that seems like would hang out with toy pups. Rosie says, thank you. I hear Jack's tummy going. Rosie says, I'm watching you in Toy Pups. You're on my phone and Toy Pups is on my iPad. Well, that's one way to do it. I appreciate you spending time with me, Rosie. Okay. I'm going to have to let this dry. I'm going to try another one. Rosie says, me too. Picnic Mountain says, I had to slip over to Toy Pups to say hi. Everybody does. Most stay. Thanks for coming back. All right, we're looking at Stitch over here. All right. I wonder if I should have tried to draw it first. Oh, what the heck. I'm pretty good at winging it. Gulshan Kumar says, hey, hi Gulshan, how are you tonight? Or is it this morning for you? Oh no, this song is too slow. Gulshan says, I love you. I love you too, Gulshan. Rosie says, hi, Gulshan. Oh man, May, Bobby. I don't understand. I'm sorry. Definitely did not get this right. All right, we're gonna draw it out first. Dang it! Thought I could just wing it. All right, Stitch. 1111. Make a wish. Joy, peace, joy, and peace. Rosie Ocean says, your dog looks like he had a long day. LOL. He seems so tired. Well, it's his bedtime. All my dogs, I don't know if all dogs do it, but all my dogs have always had a bedtime. Oh, Rosie says, I wish for people to make the likes go up. Thank you. I wished for joy and peace. Rosie says, is he the only pet you have? I have chickens, Rosie. I don't know if they're really pets. Well, some of them I would say are my pets. That's all I have right now. Rosie, did you say if you were in the States? If you did, I missed it. How many? I have 10 chickens. 10 too many. Rosie says, yes, I'm in the USA. I'm in Tennessee, Rosie. I moved up here from Florida, and I don't like cold weather. But I love spring. I love spring up here. I love all the blossoms on the trees before the leaves. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. And I love the mountains. And I love the rivers and the lakes. Rosie says my favorite season is winter. Do you know what, Rosie? One of my daughter's names is Winter, and she was born on the very last day of winter, and she loves winter also. That was all coincidence. Crazy, right? Makes you think maybe it wasn't a coincidence. It was all planned somewhere along the way. Wasn't planned by me. What do you like about winter, Rosie? Frankie says, same here, Rosie. Rosie says, oh my God, actually, that it's cold bike rides and snow. LOL. But that's actually a nice name for a girl. Never thought of that. I have to tell you, I stole it from my mama. She kept having babies, hoping to have another girl. And that was the name. Winter Megan was the name for that girl she was going to have. And she never got to use it. So I asked her and she said, sure, take it. Frenchie says, is there a story regarding that doll sitting up there by the dresser? That's Big Deborah. It's my on again, off again girlfriend. Let's see, I've been Little Debbie free for one day. But she'll draw me back in. She always does. Rosie says summer was one of the names I would think of, but winter is a very nice name for a girl. Well, your mom is she was so creative. I didn't give her credit, but she was. It was funny because Winter and was on a softball team, and one of the other players' name was Summer. So Winter and Summer were on the same softball team. Frenchie says, ah, yes, Little Debbie. Frenchie, if she's drinking, she's not Little Debbie. She's Big Deborah. And Hammock Mountain gave me the idea to have a hoodie made. So one day when I have merch, she's going to be one of the things. But I'm going to have that hoodie made anyways for myself. What a great idea. I love it. Frenchie says, I knew that face looked familiar. Yeah. Let me just tell you, she's a crow lover. Rosie says, are me and your daughter the same age? Rosie, I don't know. How old are you? Oh, no, dear. She's almost twice your age. Frenchie says she's dangerous. She is. I did a whole video on this about my toxic relationship with Little Debbie. Gavin's PlayStation channel. Hi, good to see you're still there. Gavin, you like to play PlayStation? Rosie says almost like my sister, but she's older. She's 24. Do you get along real well with your sister, Rosie? Frenchie says LOL. Yeah, so Frenchie, when Jack's not doing it, he doesn't want to be on camera. It's Little Debbie. I'll use anything. If I had somebody else here with me, like if my daughter, Ayada, are you out there? If my daughter was home, she could help me make a video with Little Debbie. I have it in my mind. I have it pictured, but I need somebody. I guess I could do it. I probably could use the timer on my camera and do it. Rosie says, I have 4 brothers and 3 sisters. I'm the 4th sister and the last child. That's 7 kids. Wow. That's a big family, Rosie. Me and my sister and brothers get along really well, to be honest. That's really nice. That's awesome. Eight, not 7, 4 and 4. 4 brothers and 4 sisters. You're the 4th sister, right? That's like a trick. One of those, like it's so obvious but you miss it. Still, 8, even more. Wow. It's nice that y'all got along. Gavin's PlayStation says you got 22 likes now. Thank you, Gavin. Rosie, look at your wish. Rosie says, I don't know what my mom was thinking. She was thinking she loves kids. Okay, so Stitch has a big nose. A big, almost perfect circle nose. Almost. It's got a little point at the bottom. Rosie says, LOL, no. You don't think that's what she was thinking? Oh, she got pregnant another 4 times, but she didn't want to have them, so she didn't. I see. I don't know. But you know what? There are never any accidents. The fact that you're here is because you were meant to be here and you wanted to be here. And I'm glad you're here. So thank you. Stitch, I need to know about your hair, sister. I wish I could stay up late at night like I used to all the time. Rosie says, yes, I agree. Frenchie says, wow, Rosie, large family. Rosie says, laugh out loud, yeah, Frenchie. Rosie says, anyways, it was fun chatting. Hope you have an amazing day. I have to go. If you're live still, I'll join back. Okay, Rosie, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hammock Mountain says, is Stitch still here? I don't think so. I think if I peeked over at Toy Pups, she might be there, or she was dyeing her hair. Thank you for the love, Rosie. But I was hoping she'd come back and tell me about her hair. Who knows? Maybe she'll come back because I just talked about her. Never know. When's the last time you went live, Hammock Mountain? Was the cartoon Stitch an alien? So that was the last time? Just wondering if I missed anything. I was there for that. Again, I think I was in bed. And I might have fallen asleep at some point. You know what? I remember that night that you went live on the bridge because I was so excited and I was at work that night and I was hoping to get home. Hammock Mountain says I don't go live very often. You know, the only reason I've been is because I've not felt super creative lately. And the lives are really a good way for me to get some hours. You got a bit cold during that live? I bet. Oh, I bet. What a beautiful bridge, though. I had no idea. Oh my God. Sometimes these songs that Suno writes for you, when you just punch in a few ideas, some of the things they say, it's like, oh my gosh, do they know us? Were you warm once you got back up all up in your hammock that night after the live? Hammock Mountain, I don't know if you know this, but Stitch's birthday is on Thursday. You were very warm in your hammock. Warm and toasty. Hammock Mountain says, I'll make sure to wish her a happy birthday if I see her on. I know you will. Thank you, Hammock. Hammock Mountain, you have any kids? I feel like you already told me, but I'm just not sure. I make a lot of stuff up. I have one who's getting ready to graduate college. Wow. Boy or girl? Congratulations, Dad. It's really something nowadays. Girl. You're a girl, Dad. Aw. What does she want to do when she gets out of college? I'm gonna have to go watch that movie, Lilo and Stitch. Okay, let's sneeze. Oh my goodness! She hopes to go work for NASA or SpaceX. Wow, that's amazing. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I've got my nose going. Gavin's PlayStation channel. Hi. Bless you. Thank you. It's been a sneezy kind of day. I don't know. I might need to change the air filter. But it does. My allergies seem to hit me later at night. I don't know why. How exciting. NASA or SpaceX. Wow. Okay. Well, I don't think Switch is going to come back to me. I know I have a few people out there watching. Can somebody tell me, is Stitch an alien? I just looked at his eyes. I feel like that's something I saw. I didn't watch the whole movie, obviously. I have one more paintbrush I can use. Hammock Mountain says I'm going to head out, getting up early in the morning. Thank you for hanging out, Hammock Mountain. You have a good night. I appreciate you so much. Toy Pup sending lots of love in the room. She says, love you guys. Love you too, Toy Pops. Thank you. Thank you for being so good to me. We're trying to do a Stitch-inspired painting watercolor. Abiel, my dog. I'm sorry Nightbot's not being nice. I don't know how to make them stop. I told them to stop. I don't even know how to turn off Nightbot. Welcome. See if I can hide Nightbot. Toy Pup says, ended my live. Abiel says, hey. Toy Pup says, okay, okay, beautiful. Hammock Mountain says, good night, Cat. Good night, Jack. Good night, Dan. Abiel says, am I saying your name right? Abiel, is that close enough? You want to learn English. Well, I wish you well. I've heard a lot of people can learn just by listening to English speakers. Toy Pup says, I've had experiences, but Nightbot on the other channels where I have unsubscribed. You've had experiences with Nightbot on other channels where you have unsubscribed? Abiel is from Algeria. Well, welcome, Abiel from Algeria. Toy Pups, put up your channel. Thanks, Toy Pups. Toy Pups. Is Stitch an alien? Not our Stitch, but like the cartoon Stitch. Do you know? Abiel says, yes, I have chickens. How many chickens do you have? Toy Pup says, Cat, we have news. They have a channel. Abiel has a channel. Do you have chickens on your channel, Abiel? Jack. Oh, I do have black paint and I missed it. Oh, man. Bill says yes. Toy Pups, I'm not sure. I think so. I'm just going to have to watch the movie. So many people love Stitch. Both Stitches. Our Stitch and Cartoon Stitch. How is Selma doing? You've reached 45,000 subs now. Well, I don't doubt it. You're so good at this. In the meantime, let's look. I'll tell you this. Oh, well, I got a few back. I started this live with 502, and then I went back down to 499, but I'm back up to 501. You'll be at 50,000 soon. Oh my gosh, yes, that's amazing. Amazing. I can't even imagine. Abiel loves animals. Me too. You're picturing all sorts of animals. Cute little bunnies and cows and dogs and is it a chicken or a duck? I can never tell. And parrots and a chicken or duck and dogs and big smiles. I get big smiles from all those too. Hey, Toy Pups, why don't you have merch? Do you have merch? Abiel says you're American. Yes, I am American. Is that how you smell? You spell American? I know a lot of people who learn Spanish or I don't know about English, but I've heard of people who learn Spanish by watching soap operas. Isn't that great? This would be telenovelas. Yes is French, yes. CBBN. Love music. You like Metallica? Well, that's some hard music. I used to like Metallica when I was young. Now I like music and dance to. Metallica's Unforgiven. Yeah, that's probably their most popular song. Okay, I think I have an idea of how this is going to go now. Doggy's tired. He is. Gotta get a drink. Abiel, why do you want to learn English? I think it's great. I just wondered, what's your reasoning, or why are you wanting to do that? Yes. But why? Why do you want to learn English? Oh, I need a little white. You don't know? You just do? That's really cool. Do you like to learn?
Jack in the driver's seat yelling, let's go. Cat's got her shades on, riding with the flow. Road signs flashing, we're on the track. To Charlotte, where the party's at, it's a fact. We rollin', cruising down the road. To Auntie's house, where the good vibes explode. Turn the music up, let the speakers ignite. Charlotte's calling, it's a party tonight.
Your French is good.
Snacks in the backseat, beats on repeat. Jack's tapping the wheel like he owns the street. Cat's got a playlist ready to blast. This road trip vibe, it's built to last. We rollin', cruising down the road. We rollin', cruising down the road. To Auntie's house where the good vibes explode. Turn the music up, let the speakers ignite. Charlotte's calling, it's a party tonight. Sonny's got the snacks lights strung real bright. She's the queen of the scene, her party's alright. Jack and Cat rolling in like a dream. Charlotte's got the magic if you know what I mean. We're rollin', cruising down the road. To Auntie's house where the good vibes explode. Turn the music up, let the speakers ignite. Charlotte's calling, it's a party tonight.
Cranberries music is something you like? haven't heard anything from the Cranberries in a long time.
Jack the big red dog just chilling by the door. Cats on the couch knocking toys to the floor. Rain tapping windows like a beat we can't ignore. Stuck inside the day, but we've been here before. Rainy day vibes, but we're feeling alright. Jack and Cat kicking back till the skies turn bright. Friends come through to chat on the YouTube flight. Hit that like for the crew, keep the vibes uptight. Jack's wagging his tail like it's a
Alright,
drumline
I think
snap.
it's
Cat's got
midnight.
moves like a slick toe tap. Thunder's keeping time, but we don't need a map. We're
I'm
vibing in
trying
the
to
living
pink
room,
stitch
working
for
on
the
a rap.
night.
Rainy day vibes, but we're feeling alright. Jack and Cat kicking back till the skies turn bright. Friends come through and chat on the YouTube flight. Hit that like for the crew, keep the vibes uptight.
Well, maybe almost. Almost, kind of, sort of.
Drip, drip, drip. The roof plays a tune. We'll turn the gray skies into something that blooms. Jack sparking up a storm, cat spinning like a typhoon. We're wild in the house, can't stop this monsoon. Then the doorbell rings and the squad comes strong. Chatting about life as the clouds roll on. Jack's still big, cat's still wrong. But make no mistake, they've been tight all along. Rainy day vibes, but we're feeling alright. Jack and Cat
You like music from the 80s and 90s? I just like music I can dance to.
Drip, 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 drip. Roof plays a tune. We'll turn the gray skies into something that blooms. Jack's barking up a storm, cat spinning like a typhoon. We're wild in the house, can't stop this monsoon. Then the doorbell rings and the squad comes strong.
Ooh.
Chatting about life as the clouds roll on. Jack's still big, cat's still wrong. But make no mistake, they've been tight all along.
Your rooster, bed, get up,
Jack the big red dog just
not
chilling by the
happy,
door. Cats on the
tired.
couch knocking toys to the floor. Rain's tapping windows like a beat we can't
I
ignore.
don't know what
Stuck inside
HHH
the day,
is.
but we've been here before. Rainy day vibes, but we're
Are
feeling
you saying it's getting late
Jack
and you need to go to bed?
back till the
Because the rooster's going to crow early in the morning and you're going to be tired?
Jack's wagging his tail like it's a drumline snap. Cat's got moves like a slick toe tap. Thunder's keeping time, but we don't need a map. We're vibing in the living room, working on a rap. Rainy day vibes, but we're feeling alright. Jack and Cat kicking back till the skies turn bright. Friends come through to chat on their YouTube flight. tune. We'll turn the gray skies into something that blooms. Jack's barking up a storm, cat spinning like a typhoon. We're wild in the house, can't stop this monsoon. Then the doorbell rings and the squad comes strong. Chatting about life as the clouds roll on. Jack's still big, cat's still wrong. But make no mistake, they've been tight all along.
I just don't understand why I have to be wrong. But now I do the tape. Bye, Abiel. We're getting ready to end anyways. Perfect timing. I thank you for hanging out. Come back anytime.
We'll turn the gray skies into something that blooms. Jack's barking up a storm, cat spinning like a typhoon. Wild in the house, can't stop this monsoon. And the doorbell rings and the squad comes strong. Chatting about life as the clouds roll long. Jack's still big, cat's still wrong. But make no mistake,
Namaste, friend. All right, guys. I'm going to tell Jack to scoot over here soon. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out.